pray for me.
Come on.
Don't pray for me, baby.
Come on.
I'm getting tired of these problems. Keep doing this shit. Come on. Don't pray for me, nigga. Don't pray for me, baby. I'm getting tired of these problems. Keep doing this shit.
Port rapper DMX, as he remains in a White Plains hospital battling for his life. Even the famed Rough Riders showed up today, hoping he's able to recover. Lisa Evers is there with the latest developments. Lisa.
Well, Dan, there has been a steady stream of visitors here to White Plains Hospital to see DMX, but they can't see him because he remains in the intensive care unit on life support. But they're coming anyway, and they're hoping that the huge outpouring of love and prayers will lead to a full recovery. Members of the Rough Riders Motorcycle Club stopped by White Plains Hospital to honor a brother Rough Rider, multi-platinum hip-hop artist Earl DMX Simmons. What made you guys want to come out here and do this?
We got to show love to our support. DMX, you know, that's the legend right there. We just got to show love to him. This is what we do.
Multiple sources tell us DMX was rushed here to the hospital late Friday night after suffering a heart attack and apparent drug overdose. His condition has remained the same over the weekend. I spoke with him in an exclusive interview after he nearly died from an overdose about 5 years ago.
Sometimes it's in problems that God shows you, what he's willing to do for you in terms of help and rescuing. So, I embrace it.
Now DMX is in what could be the toughest battle of his life. This incident comes at a time when he's been working on a new album. He's the only rapper to have his first 3 albums debut at #1. His longtime friend and music producer told me that the tremendous outpouring of support and prayers for him is a testament to who he is as a man.
X is a fighter. He's always been a warrior. So he continues to be in ICU in critical condition. And we're praying for him. And we need all the prayers. And he's given so much to so many people. And it's a blessing to see so many people reaching back out to us right now and feeding that energy and putting those vibrations into the air.
Now, sources tell me that it will take a miracle for him to make a full recovery, but those prayers keep pouring in on social media from all over the world. His condition has not changed. We'll bring you the very latest on the Fox 5 News at 10. In White Plains, I'm Lisa Evers, Fox 5 News. Dan, back to you.
Top story tonight.
So we on you right now. That's what he gave us right now. Peace. We don't even know it. A lot of people are not even looking at that aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? He's giving us peace right now. Peace.
Your man non-stop on there for you.
Okay. Stizzle. Okay. What up, Stizzle? Say what's up to everybody. You know what I'm saying? I love the support. You know what I'm saying? The continued support. You've been riding with me from day one. You know what I'm saying? Ups, downs, good, bad. And I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that I come across, anybody I cross paths with, I know, you know what I'm saying? When I see you, I show the same love you give me, you know what I'm saying? So I do appreciate it, you know what I'm saying? Right. A lot of people are like, why don't you get on and say a prayer? And the reason I didn't or haven't is because I feel like this is the time when you should learn to pray for yourself. You know what I'm saying? God has given you time away from the distractions. You gotta be on your shoe. Away from the distractions, like that one. Away from the everyday hustle. Things that we came to think were important, we're finding out haven't been that important at all. Haven't been that important at all. And starting to realize that it's really important. It's having our loved ones around us, having our loved ones with us. Close counters. Just getting back to who we are, who we're supposed to be. The word says peace, be still. That's the word. Peace, be still. That's in the Bible. Those are not my words. That's in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? And we've gotten that. He forced us into it, you know? But, you know, that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen, you know? You don't listen. God's going to make you listen. Believe that. He's going to sit you down. He will sit you down. And that's just what it is. That's just what it is. There's some that were called home to God. And others who became aware of the grace that God was willing to give them by bringing them back from the brink of death. Scarface. Amen? Scarface. Making a recovery. Love you, brother. You know? On the other hand, Fred the Godson. He's with God. Godson. Come on. Come on. He's with God right now. You know? My condolences to the family. My condolences to the family of everyone that's lost someone. You know, as a family member or a friend. You know, we feel that pain. But we feel that pain because we're going to miss them being with us. You know? If you think about where they are, hey, they're in a better place. They're in a better place. The word says, when I next observed the oppressions that take place under the sun, I saw the tears of the oppressed, and they have no one to comfort them. Their opportunities will power, but they have no one to comfort them. So I declare that the dead who have already died are more fortunate than the living who are still alive. But happier than both are those who have never existed, who haven't witnessed the terrible things that happen under the sun. Ecclesiastes 4. That's the word. I mean, like. The best thing that we can hope for, the most important thing we can hope for, or pray for, or ask for, is that our desires coincide with God's will. Because at the end of the day, at the beginning of the day, it's going to be God's will. It's always going to be God's will. You try to understand what his, why he does what he does, and it's going to end up with a headache. Just do the right thing. Do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Ecclesiastes 3. There is a season for everything, and a time for every matter under the heavens. A time for giving birth, and a time for dying. A time for planting, and a time for uprooting what was planted. A time for and a time for healing. A time for tearing down, and a time for building up. A time for crying, and a time for laughing. A time for mourning, and a time for dancing. A time for throwing stones, and a time for gathering stones. A time for embracing, and a time for avoiding embraces. A time for, a time for embracing, and a time for avoiding embraces. What? Come on. A time for searching, and a time for losing. A time for keeping, and a time for throwing away. A time for tearing, a time for repairing. A time for keeping silent, and a time for speaking. A time for loving, and a time for hating. A time for war, a time for peace. I mean, like I said, it goes back to, you're going to start with a prayer, you're going to do this with a prayer? Yo. There are no words more powerful than the book. And your prayer, your own prayer, will do you a lot better than someone else praying for you. Whoever hasn't given their life to Jesus yet, whoever hasn't surrendered all the way, though there may be some of you who don't know how, I'm going to walk you through that right now. If you're serious about it, you don't got to be serious. If you don't want to do it, don't. Hey. But if you're serious about it, right now, giving your life to the Lord, say it with me. Dear Lord Jesus, I realize I'm a sinner. I repent for my sins. And right this moment, I receive you as my Lord and Savior. It's that simple. It's that simple, but you gotta mean it. You gotta mean it. You gotta mean it. Everything that's happened is God's will. Don't try to understand it. Just get that relationship with him. Get that relationship with him. Get that relationship with him, and even the things you don't understand won't be as hard on you as it would be if you try to understand. It's crazy. I woke up this morning and it's like with chills. You know, God put it on my heart to speak. Say this, this is new to me. This is, that's not what I do. Come on, I ain't, with showing everybody what I'm doing every minute. That's just not me. That's not how I get down. You know what I'm saying? You see me when you see me. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna change. I'm not gonna change. I'm not gonna change. I love who I am. I'm God's child. We all are. We all are. If you don't know it, you're gonna miss out on so many blessings that He has for you. And it comes from insight. It just comes from being aware. Being aware. The word says, "My people perish for lack of knowledge." Perish is not always dying. It's being lost. Not being able to be found. Ecclesiastes 3:16. I saw something else under the sun. In the place of justice, there was wickedness. In the place of what was right, there was wickedness again. I thought to myself, God will judge both righteous and wicked people, because there's a time for every matter and every deed. Oh, He's telling you right here. He's telling you, let me do what I do and fall in. That's what it boils down to, man. Again, every album is a prayer, and normally I grasp at every opportunity to pray. I'm not saying I won't, but it's more important that you learn how to pray for yourself. Because you might not always have somebody with you that can pray. You might not always be able to get in touch with somebody that can say a prayer for you, and you need a prayer. God has given you the time. He's given you the time to get closer to Him, to become familiar with what's going on, how you're supposed to move. We've lost a lot of people. And again, like condolences go to their families. Like the word said, they're better off than we are. When you think about it, what hurts the most is that we won't see them again. They won't be here with us. Because we're suffering. We're suffering. But as long as you got God, it's going to be all right. With God, whatever it is, it's going to be all right. When you truly have God, whatever it is, it's going to be all right. Because you'll know that's God's will. The story's already been written. It's already been written. It speaks to Him before we were born, and it refers to after we're already gone. What makes us think we can change any aspect of what was already written? Let's get into the book. Get into the Word. Get into the Word. Get into the Word. And it'll make whatever you're going through a lot easier to deal with. I mean, I ain't gonna sit here and beat you in the head all day. You know what I'm saying? I said what I had to say. God bless. Peace.
Don't pray for me. We're going to get right into this. We're going to get right into this. No holds bars. Don't pray for me. The man said, learn to pray for yourself. Learn to pray for yourself. We got to talk about this because there's a lot of people right now that won't understand how he said it. So I'm going to say it in a different way. I'm about to piss somebody off. You was wondering why when the sister from the church, the deacon, the pastor, the first lady, somebody on the street, the person at your job, your family member, your frenemy, your naysayer, your homeboy, your sibling, you was wondering why every time they say, I'm praying for you, you was wondering why things kept happening. Why you kept bumping your toe at the end of the bed, why your relationships kept falling apart, why your children always ended up sick, why you ain't get that raise that you wanted. Why you couldn't open up that business? Why you couldn't lose that weight? Why you keep on feeling like you have this anxiety and stress? Because those people that said they was praying for you, sister, praying for you, brother, praying for you, queen, praying for you, king. Y'all don't hear me. Hold on. Y'all don't hear me. Hold on. Let me back this thing up. The people that was praying for you were praying on you. They was praying on you. They wasn't praying that you get better. They wasn't praying that you make it through. They wasn't praying that you overcome. They wasn't praying that you get right. They was praying that you stay in the predicament that you in. The man said, listen, learn to pray for yourself. Don't pray for me. I got me. Don't act like my prayer and my words directly to God, it won't get through. No. I don't need you to amplify my prayer. Let me do me. Let me pray for me. I don't want you to pray for me because you're not praying for me. You're praying on me. You're praying on my job. You're praying on my relationship. You're praying on my situation with my children. You're praying on my money. You're praying that I don't get out of the predicament that I've been going through. People praying on you. I think DMX is giving us some valuable lessons. What y'all think? Don't pray for me. I'm good. I'll talk to God myself. I don't need you to send no fax for me, no email for me, no pigeon for me, don't mail no letter. I don't need your homeboy, your homegirl. I don't need a village. Let me pray for myself. Because some of y'all God ain't listening to anyway. Y'all been stopped worrying about God. So don't walk up on me and talking about, I'm going to pray for you in your predicament. Don't worry about my predicament. That's between me and mine. I'm good. I'm straight. It's a lot of people running around screaming, I'm going to pray for you, and they got a devilish tongue. I'm about to piss somebody off. They got a devilish tongue. Can you imagine somebody trying to pray for you that don't care about God? That don't care about actually loving their brother, loving their sister, doing unto others as they would do unto them? I'm just saying. I listened to this DMX, clip like 3 times, and I said, man, this I want to make sure I get the whole message, and everything that I've heard is basically simple and pure. Listen. Start praying for yourself. Stop relying on someone else to verbalize or articulate to God what you need done. Tell them. Simplify it. You don't need to have a PhD. You don't need to live in a mansion. You don't need to drive a Bugatti. You don't need to have the perfect life. You can be a sinner. But when you decide, hey, listen, man, let me talk to God directly. It don't need to be nothing special. You don't need any type of special verbiage. A lot of people say, oh, well, I'm going to get the church lady to pray because she know how to speak in tongues. I'm going to get the deacon to do it because I love the way he just I'm going to get the pastor to do it because, the pastor, oh, Lord, when he start preaching. No, learn to pray for yourself is the message. Learn that you are enough. Learn that your voice is powerful. Learn that, the empowerment and the embrace that you need to do what you need to do, it's within you. That's the message, folks. DMX is giving a clear message. Don't pray for me. I got me, bruh. Pray for you. Talk to God yourself. It's okay. He's listening. a lot of people feel like they need all of these special tools and special people, and they need to be over here and stand in the Nile River and all this other stuff. Well, if God is everywhere, then God is with you if you in jail, foster homes, funeral homes, hospitals, churches, your home, Waffle House. I'm just saying, if he's everywhere, when you're driving in your car and you just want to have a conversation, talk to God. What's up, bro? Remember me? I know it's been a while. I know I ain't come to you and talk to you, but since I've seen this Tough Love video, I done heard from DMX, I done heard from Tough Love himself. Hey, listen, I just wanted to holler at you real quick. You got a minute? You got a second? I know you're busy. Stop thinking that your voice is not worthy enough. Come on, man. There's a lot of people out there that have feel like they're going through something, because we all go through something, but everybody feels like their predicament is the only predicament. Their predicament is the worst predicament. And I get it. Come on now. I get it. I understand. Everybody does not understand the next person's problems, trials and tribulations, the next person's pain and depression, agony and stress. We get it. I'm worrying about me. I'm worrying about mine. I got to pay my own bills. Ain't nobody helping me. I get it. But what we need to learn to do is to say, regardless if ain't nobody helping you or not, this is a perfect opportunity for you to talk to God yourself. Stop relying on other people to build a relationship for you. That's the problem. That's the problem. Stop relying on other people to build your relationship with God for you. Your relationship is special for you. It's specially designed for you. Some people say, you know what? I got to go to church every Sunday so that way somebody can feed me the word. Well, what happened with the pandemic and you couldn't go to church? Does that mean that God wasn't listening? Uh-oh. I'm talking to somebody. This is the part where I normally say, hey, shout out to everybody from Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube that's listening to me. But goddamn it, just listen to me. Think about what I'm saying. How is your relationship with God? Do you believe in God? Do you teach your kids to believe in God? There's some people that say, you know what? I'm just going to deal with this life the best way I know how. If there's an afterlife, I'll worry about it then. That's your prerogative. Hey, it is what it is. But for those people that say, you know what? I believe in God. I'm more spiritual than religious. Well, whatever you believe in, I simply say this: learn to speak to whoever you believe in for yourself. I'm just saying, learn to speak for you, learn to stand up for you. And again, it's some people say I'm not bold enough. I'm not brave enough. I don't articulate very well. I can't hold a conversation with God. I don't know how to put the commas in there. The punctuation, and I just, it's something, I don't know how to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, simplify the message. Simplify the message. You are just as important as any scholar, just as important as any doctor, any lawyer. Yes, you, the person you think that everybody turned their back on, the person that you think nobody respects, nobody loves, because what, you've been in and out of jail? You've been addicted to drugs? You an alcoholic? You done been divorced 16 times. You got 19 kids and you don't have a relationship with none. Yes, your voice is still important. You've been abused. You've been manipulated. Your voice is important. Some people are stuck at being a victim. Some people cherish that mindset at being a victim. I'm here to tell you right now, you don't have to be a victim. Rise above it. Be a champion. And it starts by taking the first step and making sure that you got a great support system. But I'm going to tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, man, you know how they talk about self-worth, and the key word in that is self. It's also something else, self-initiative. Self initiative. Take the steps that you need to take in order to get you right. And if you know that you need a relationship with God because you feel like, you know what, hey, you've been going through trials and tribulations and it's time for a change. Stop relying on other people to change the narrative for you. Change it for yourself. First of all, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I listened to DMX's message and it was clear to me. It was clear to me. Learn how to pray for yourself. No. Don't worry about praying for me. Because see, you praying on me. You're the reason probably why this predicament is extending, because you've been praying overtime that my relationship don't work. You've been praying overtime that my children are not successful, that my business is not prosper, that I don't find a relationship with God. You was praying for me and on me at the same damn time. Be mindful of those that come to you in your time of need and tell you what you want to hear. A snake or a wolf in sheep's clothing? Some of y'all have been dealing with people that's been draining your energy, misusing your time, disrespecting your character. And these some of the same people that been screaming and hollering, I'm praying for your sister. I'm praying for your brother. Hey, King. What's up, Queen? And you've been wondering why your predicament ain't getting no goddamn better. Well, let's talk about it. It ain't getting better because you keeping snakes in your circle. Oh, Lord. You keeping roaches in your circle. Clowns in your circle. Parasites in your circle. It's time to evaluate and evacuate. I say this again for the people in the back. Come here. Come here. Yep, you. Put the hot dog down. Put the hot dog down. It's time to evaluate and evacuate. I think they heard it that time. I think y'all heard me that time. Stop relying on your mom to pray for you, your dad to pray for you, your mama, your grandma, your auntie, your uncle, your brother, your cousin, homeboy down the street, sister tabernacle, brother deacon. Pray for yourself. Get a relationship with God yourself, because what he said, hey, when you don't have nobody around, who gonna pray for you? Who gonna pray for you? Your voice is important. And anytime you get an opportunity to exercise your voice, to showcase your power, because that's what it is. A lot of people think that, power is strength in regards to brawn. Well, it's really power and strength in regards to your mind. How strong is your mind? And a lot of times people don't exercise that muscle. They forget to exercise that strength. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let this be a reminder to you that you need to pray for yourself. Don't rely on others to pray for you, because a lot of times they can be preying on you. They can be a predator for your life. They can be a predator for your children, a predator for your job, a predator for your relationship, a predator for how things are not getting better. They're the reason, because they're championing things not getting better. They're praying that things don't get better. They're hoping that things don't get better. But all the while, they're patting you on the back. They're smiling in your face. They're hooping and hollering and saying, Lord, please bless this child and all that great stuff. But your situation ain't getting better because you're keeping devilish people around a godly mission. Ooh, Lord. Devilish people around a godly mission. DMX was very clear. Learn to pray for yourself. Something to think about. Something to think about. Learn to pray for yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know who this is, I am Mario J. And this is Tough Love. Until next time, man, y'all are dope up. Peace.
Oh, you motherfuckers. Okay. All right. I'm putting cases on all you bitches. Huh? You think you can do this shit? Jay! You think you can do this to me? You motherfuckers will be playing basketball in Pelican Bay when I get finished with you. Shoot program, nigga. 23-hour live. Go on, walk away, because I'm going to